I had a close friend that one of his close friends passed, and yesterday we jammed a lot of like Doors and like Pixies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like some of the old favorites.
Well, those as things.
Yeah, I mean, just what we were feeling at that point. It was just a lot of like, I don't know. Not listening to as much music. It's just been reading, watching stuff, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay. What you been on, Jake?
This week I've been listening to a lot of like, I don't know what you'd call them, like alternative indie bands. Like I've been listening to a lot of Crumb. I like Crumb a lot.
Chrome.
Yeah, or Crumb.
Crumb, like a bread crumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're kind of like psychedelic indie stuff. A lot of reverb, a lot of
okay.
vibrato. Very kind of like slow chill beats. Some of like Mac DeMarco's stuff.
I like Mac DeMarco a lot.
Yeah, dude. It's really cool that he's like one of the few like musicians who like engineers and produces like all his stuff just out of bedroom, or like he's like one of the last like kind of
like Tame Impala, Kuko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to his. I think it was like his Cowboy.
Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, he just released this like I think it was I forget the name of it. It was like Cowboy mixtape, but it was his demo tapes. And like it's really cool that he's like doing his own thing. Like he's not trying to like make like the next big single. He's just like kind of experimenting and like, you know, kind of like
I wonder who he signed to.
That's a good question. I'm interested.
I think that makes all the difference. Like whenever I look at like artists that are signed to labels like say Stone's Throw, right? They seem like they have like a different kind of space to create, whereas somebody else might fuck with them or try to be like way too involved with the creative process because of their want for return on investment.
Mm-hmm.
First Act. Who's First Act? That's the name of his record label.
Oh, where do you see First Act? Oh, First Act. Oh no, I think it's Captured Tracks is the one he signed to.
My bad. Okay. All right. But I have been listening to my guy Jedi 512 put out an album called Beef that is quite good. I cannot recommend it enough. It's filled with tons and tons of Jedi 512 altogether, no space. Beef is the name of the album. With Nether Friends. It's filled to the brim with food references. My guy is an absolute pit master with the barbecue. I cannot recommend this album enough. It's short. It's an easy listen, but it's hella good. I've also been listening to Isaiah Rashad's The House is on Fire, and I was really disappointed by that album. It took 5 years since his album before that called The Sun's Tirade, and so there's been so much anticipation for new Isaiah Rashad, and I just felt so let down by this album. There was almost nothing about it that really stood out as being special. Very little of it was bad. I don't even know if I would call any of it bad. I just wouldn't call any of it good or meaningful or signature or unique. It felt like fast food, and waiting 5 years for fast food is more unsatisfying than eating fast food 5 days in a row. If that makes sense.
It depends on what time of the day, though. If it's 2 a.m., shit, it's a big difference in that dip.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
All right.
All right, break.